First, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the DTI family for choosing the faculty of Cagayan State University, Gonzaga, to be the resource speaker for today's webinar seminar on capacity building training on the establishment of bamboo nursery plantation and rehabilitation of old and unmanaged clumps. Thank you so much. Bago ko ipagpapatuloy ang aking lecture ay gusto kong panoorin muna natin ang isang video tungkol sa kawayan. Okay? At ito ay nagpapakita ng kahalagahan ng kawayan sa panahong ito at sa marami pang taon na darating. Panoorin po.
Hi friends, in this video, we are dealing with bamboo, its eco-friendliness and the business behind bamboo in the future. Bamboo is a hardy plant that basically belongs to the family of grass. Giant bamboo is believed to be the largest member among the grass family. They are recognized as one of the fastest growing plants globally because of the rhizome-dependent system. This kind of plant can be observed in almost all the continents. And the most amazing thing is that bamboos don't require specific conditions for their growth. Their growth is possible in diverse climates and conditions. Bamboo with its graceful form has been an inspiration to artists and poets in many Eastern countries. It is considered to bring good luck and prosperity to those who live near it. This is, in fact, a reality as bamboo is now established as an eco-friendly crop with high socio-economic returns. This plant is a jack of all trades. From bamboo, almost everything can be made because it is superior to all other plants and raw materials. Many people's experience of bamboo products is limited to sitting on bamboo furniture and matting, using bamboo baskets or using bamboo chopsticks to eat some bamboo shoots. The last 15 years had seen dramatic growth in the variety of commercial bamboo products such as flooring, laminated furniture, building panels, high-quality yarn and fabrics, activated carbon and bamboo extracts. The emergence of bamboo as a timber substitute has coincided with a growing demand for timber. Bamboo's appearance, strength and hardness combined with its rapid growth cycle and capacity for sustainable harvesting make it an increasingly attractive wood substitute. Bamboo is currently mostly used as a wood supplemental or as a wood substitute. That was the most obvious solution because blades can be harvested after maximum of 5 years and the rhizomes automatically grow new stalks. A conifer can only be used after 100 to 110 years of growth, and an oak tree needs a minimum of about 80 years. Then trees must be replanted elsewhere. The market outlook for bamboo is strong. These recent developments have created new opportunities for bamboo markets to be targeted for rural development and poverty reduction. In particular, the emergence of near-source value adding in modern supply chains increases the sector's potential economic impact on poor rural communities. The feasibility study shows that in Vietnam today, every ton of bamboo used for producing bamboo flooring has almost 5 times the pro-poor financial impact than if it were used to make paper. Bamboo supplies 10% of the world's paper pulp. The cost per metric ton of paper is over US $700. It can be estimated that a plantation of giant bamboo with 200 bamboo clumps per hectare can give an annual yield of about 2,000 poles with biomass of as much as 50 metric tons of bamboo for the manufacture of paper pulp. 50 metric tons of bamboo can yield 20 metric tons of paper pulp, which at a cost of US $700 give a potential income of US $14,000 per hectare per year. Bamboo shoots are a nutritious vegetable. The export of canned bamboo shoots is a thriving industry in Indonesia and Thailand. Species suitable for edible shoot production are grown on a plantation scale. Such plantations provide both edible shoots and mature poles for construction and generate an income of over US $50 million per year. Bamboo charcoal and activated carbon are also in high demand. The manufacture of bamboo charcoal is a cottage industry in some parts of Africa. A study estimates that at present, bamboo markets have a combined annual value of approximately US $7 billion. Traditional products account for almost 95% of this value. Newer industries offer growth potential and are expected to rival traditional bamboo-related markets over the medium term. Markets for bamboo can be grouped into traditional and non-traditional or emerging markets. Demand remains strong in traditional markets such as handicrafts, blinds and bamboo shoots with profitable opportunities despite moderate growth. Other traditional markets, such as chopsticks, are highly commoditized with low growth and low profit margins. Emerging bamboo markets include flooring, building products and laminated furniture. These represent the largest growth opportunities for bamboo. Strong international demand coupled with China's export growth and existing bamboo-based industries has produced a growing bamboo sector within wood-based product industries. Supply problems, including the high demand for certified timber, create a positive market outlook for bamboo. Overall prospects for a diversified bamboo sector look strong.
Okay. Ayan po, natunghayan po natin ang video presentation ng bamboo. So, what can you say about bamboo? Ano masabi po natin sa bamboo? Okay. First, nakita natin na ang bamboo ay kapamilya ng grass. So, napabilang siya sa grass. Walang anumang nakita din natin sa video na walang anumang katangiang kondisyon upang mabuhay. So, pwede po ito sa lahat. Okay? So, mataas at malaki din ang naitutulong at naibibigay sa ekonomiya. Okay? Magagamit sa halos lahat ng panggagamitan. So, yan po. So, pwede rin pong ipagpalit sa kahoy. So, nakita natin sa Vietnam, sa video, I should say, na ang Vietnam, ang kailangang kawayan ay makalimang beses sa paggawa ng papel. So, ang kawayan ay nakakatulong sa 10% ng supply ng papel. So, napakarami po ang naitutulong ng kawayan na ito. Sa video na nakikita din natin kung gaano karami ang nagagawa ng kawayan. Okay? So, yan po. Okay, papatuloy natin. So, what is bamboo? So, bamboo belongs to the grass family. Okay? The fact that it reaches its full height in a short period and its rapid rate of growth and its singular flowering plant. So, ang kawayan ay kapamilya, sabi ko kanina, ng Gramineae or grass family. Ang pagkakakilanlan po nito ay ang kanyang tulos o culm na mabilis lumaki at minsan lang namumulaklak. Alam natin na ang kawayan ay hindi taon-taon na namumulaklak. Okay? Bamboo does not flower annually but once every 7 to 120 years depending on the species. So at that time, the species will flower all over the world with variance due to environmental and horticultural influences. And the parent plant may then die completely. So, alam natin na ang kawayan ay hindi taon-taon namumulaklak tulad ng ibang halaman. Ngunit ito ay namumulaklak pagkaran lamang ng 7 hanggang 120 na taon. So, depende po yan sa species or sa uri. At pagkatapos nito, ay mamamatay na siya. Okay? Kapag namumulaklak ang isang uri ng kawayan sa isang lugar, alam natin na lahat ng kauri niya sa buong mundo ay sabay-sabay na mamumulaklak din. Okay? So, bamboo grows abundantly in most of the tropical countries. It is considered a composite material because it consists of cellulose fibers. Okay? Cellulose fibers are aligned along the length of the bamboo, providing maximum tensile flexural strength. Over 1,200 species have been identified. So alam natin na karamihan ng mga kawayan ay nasa tropical countries at kasama po na dyan ang Pilipinas. And may mahigit na 1,000 uri na kawayan sa buong mundo. So, ang dami-dami pala. Okay? 1,200. Kawayan is a general term for all species of bamboo in the Philippines. It is a plant known for its many uses. It gives profit without any negative environmental effect. And mapapatunayan ito sa pamamagitan ng study ni Ilardek. Okay? Ilardek in 2006 said that it has become the best substitute for wood in the furniture, handicraft, construction, industries, and aside from other benefits as a source of food, biofuel, environmental protection. Okay? So sa Pilipinas, ang tawag sa lahat ng uri ng species nito ay kawayan. Marami ang pinanggagamitan ng kawayan at ang pinakamagandang substitute sa kahoy, okay, ay ang kawayan. Bakit? Kasi ito ay ginagamit para sa kasangkapan at kagamitan, paggawa ng bahay, pagkain, biofuel, at pangangalaga sa kalikasan. Okay, mahalaga din dito bilang tanim na pampaganda ng paligid ng bahay or what we call as ornamentals. And ang maganda dito, nakakatulong din ito bilang panangga, okay, panangga sa malakas na hangin or ito yung tinatawag nilang windbreaker. Okay? Planting of bamboos is a way of stabilization whereby the roots hold soil in place and reduce the impact of water flow. Bamboo is one of the most suitable plants to protect the land from further deterioration and mitigates calamities owing to its desirable vegetative characteristics and abundance in the country. So ang pagtatanim ng kawayan ay isang paraan ng pampatatag ng lupa upang hindi madaling dalhin ng agos ng tubig kapag malakas ang ulan or kakaroon nito yung tinatawag natin sa English na erosion at ang pagguho ng lupa. So usually nangyayari naman ito pag may mga kalamidad, okay? Especially pag may mga typhoons, yan po. So sa pangkalatan, ang kawayan ay tumataas ng 3 pulgada sa bawat araw. Kaya ito yung halaman na pinakamabilis lumaki. At dahil sa mga katangian nito, napakahalagang pag-usapan tungkol sa pagpapatubo at pagpaparami, pagtatanim, pangangalaga, at paggamit ng ibang uri ng kawayan. At mamaya, matutunghayan natin sa pamamagitan ng mga kasama ko sa Cagayan State University kung paano nila ibabahagi tungkol sa pagpapatubo, pagpaparami, pagtatanim, at pangangalaga at paggamit ng iba't ibang uri ng kawayan. So, it is grown without pesticide or chemical fertilizers. It requires no irrigation. It rarely needs replanting. It grows rapidly and can be harvested in 3 to 5 years. It produces 35% more oxygen than an equivalent stand of trees. So, ito ay lumalaki kahit walang chemical na abono at pestisidyo. Unlike other plants na pag wala pong pestisidyo, kung wala pong abono, hindi po lalaki yung plant na yan. But for bamboo, okay lang po. Minsan lang ang pagtatanim nito. Ito ay hindi nangangailangan ng patubig. Okay? So ito ay maaari ring anihin pagkaraan ng 3 hanggang 5 taon. At ang maganda dito, nagbibigay ng 35% na maraming oxygen, na mas maraming oxygen kaysa sa mga punong kahoy. So, mantakin nyo, 35% pala ang naibibigay sa atin ng bamboo na to. Okay, continue. It sequesters carbon dioxide and is in carbon neutral. It is critical element in the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It is an excellent soil erosion inhibitor. It grows in a wide range of environment. Okay? So, ito ay gumagamit ng maraming carbon dioxide. Kaya, malaki po ang naitutulong nito upang maging malinis ang ating hangin. So, ito ay tumutubo at maaaring itanim kahit saang lugar, depende po sa uri ng kawayan. Okay. Another properties of bamboo is that bamboo is a hollow tube. It can be glued very well. It is highly flexible and can sustain substantial tension. It possesses very high moisture content. Unlike wood, bamboo has no secondary growth. The culm of the bamboo is covered by its hard epidermis and the inner wax layer. So ang kawayan ay katulad ng tubo na walang laman sa loob. O ito yung tinatawag nating hollow. Okay? Madaling gamitin ng glue upang pandikit. And isa pa, flexible po siya. Okay? Madaling baluktutin. At at the same time, matibay po siya. Kaya kung mapapansin niyo during typhoon, pag may kalakasan po ng hangin, nagswesway lang po yung bamboo natin kasi flexible po siya. Kasi meron siyang kakaibang cellulose fiber. And at the same time, mataas ang moisture content niya. So ang tulos or ang pole or culm ng kawayan ay nababalot po ito ng matigas na balat. Or in English, ang tawag natin dyan ay epidermis. And when we speak about the chemical properties, the chemical composition of bamboo is similar to that of the wood. So ano-ano ba yung mga chemical na meron sa bamboo? Okay? Ang tatlong pangunahing chemical na taglay ng tulos ng kawayan ay bumubuo sa 90% ng kanyang katawan ay ang cellulose at hemicellulose, and at the same time lignin. Okay? At ang pangalawang chemical na taglay ng kawayan ay ang resins, I should say, tannins, waxes, at saka inorganic salts. Ang natural na tibay ng kawayan ay mula 1 hanggang 36 na buwan, depende sa uri nito at klima. So kung napansin nyo yung bayog dito sa atin, okay, sa Cagayan, napakaraming bayog. Napakatibay po ito. Okay? So when it comes to history and origin, it is one of the oldest building material known to humanity. Used in China for over 5,000 years. And China, known as the Kingdom of Bamboo. So ancient China used bamboo for making food, books, paper, etc. So sa kasaysayan naman, ang kawayan ay isa sa mga pinakaunang material na ginagamit sa pagpapatayo ng bahay. So ginamit sa China sa nakaraang mahigit 5,000 taon. Kaya ang China ang tinaguri ang kaharian ng bamboo or ang kawayan. Noong sinaunang China, alam natin na ang kawayan ay ginagamit sa paggawa ng aklat, papel, pagkain at marami pang ibang gamit. Now, ano na ang estado ng bamboo dito sa Pilipinas? So, ang Philippines has recorded a total of 62 species, but there is no reliable inventory of available erect bamboos nationwide. Yan po ang masaklap. Wala po tayong inventory. Okay? Philippines has only about 52,000 hectares of land planted with bamboos today, with hardly any replanting according to Philippine Bamboo Foundation or the PBF. With China running out of bamboo within 5 years, it's a huge opportunity for Filipino farmers nationwide to tap the 8 billion US global market for bamboo products. Okay? So ang Pilipinas ay may 62 species or uri nito. Sabi ko nga kanina, wala pang nagagawang inventaryo kung gaano kadami ng nakatayong kawayan sa bansa. So sa loob ng 5 taon, ang China ay nauubusan na ng supply ng kawayan. Kaya ang mga Pilipinong magsasaka ay may malaking pagkakataon na magkaroon ng pagkakakitaan. Okay? Tinatayang ang kabuuang pangangailangan na sa kawayan ay sa buong mundo ay 8 billion US dollars sa global market ng mga produktong galing sa kawayan. Okay? During the last 4 years, the BPF have been rallying to put up a commercial bamboo forest or big bamboo plantation through Rotary meetings. Full government support for financing and technical help was assured by Edgardo Manda, the General Manager of Laguna Lake Development Authority, if and when organized farmers group and agro-industrial firms decides to invest into commercial farm and production of bamboo. Okay? Export potential of bamboo-based products like handicrafts, furnitures, and furnishing in global markets remained as strong as ever in developed countries like US and Europe. So for the economic potential, so nakikita natin food ang pinakauna dyan. So food, pagkain, kamakailan lang, okay, nakita natin na nanalo sa pandaigdigan kompetisyon ang mga snacks at candies na gawang Pinoy. Ito yung tinatawag nating Bam Snacks, candy, and chips. And grated and boiled bamboo shoots as food sold at 40 per kilogram. So dito po sa amin sa Gonzaga in particular, marami na pong nagtitinda ng labong. Okay? And if I'm not mistaken, tama yung nasa presentation ko, 40 lang po per kilo. So ginagawang pagkain talaga ang shoots ng bamboo. Okay, bago ako magtapos, gusto kong i-sum up or i-summarize yung mga various uses. Okay? Various uses or ito yung iba't ibang gamit ng kawayan. Una, nakikita natin sa screen ng adaptability to various climates. Okay? So, pwede sa lahat ng klase ng klima. Prevent soil erosion. Very true. Napag-usapan natin kanina yan. Carbon sequestration. Tamang-tama. So, greening of degraded land. Ecosystem services. Role in economy. Building. Arts and culture. Food source. And medicinal value. So, with this, okay, ito po yung mga iba't ibang gamit ng bamboo. So, nakakatulong po talaga ang bamboo hindi lang para sa komunidad, kundi para sa buong mundo. Okay? At tatapusin ko ito sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakita sa inyo ng mga pictures, okay? Kung ano po yung nakikita natin sa pictures, okay? Tingnan natin. So, una, nakikita natin diyan yung shoots or ang tinatawag nating labong. So, ito yung shoots na yan po yung ginagamit na pagkain para sa labong. Okay? So, ano pong pinanggagamitan nito? Yan, makikita ninyo parang ginisang labong. Okay? Na may kasamang vegetable yan. Okay? May yan, ginisa pa rin yan. And ito yung paborito ng mga Pilipino, ay mga Ilocano, ang dinengdeng. Yan po. Okay? So, ginitaang labong. Siguro nakatikim na po tayo ng ginitaang labong. Okay? So, ginagawa talaga for food. So, bamboo as a food source. Okay? Ayan, pencil case, nakikita natin. Bamboo decorations, yan po. Kita natin. Ang dami-daming gamit. Suklay, yan, nakikita natin. Bags, okay? Blinds, okay? Para sa mga bintana at marami pang ibang pinanggagamitan po ng bamboo. And meron din tayong bamboo shampoo at saka meron din tayong bamboo soap. Only at kung saan tayo makakabili nito, meron na po sa Bench Products. Napakarami pong gamit ng bamboo. Okay? For food, handicrafts, furnitures, okay? And of course, for climate change mitigation. So, nakikita natin ang kahalagahan ng bamboo or kawayan sa environment. Ito ay nagsisilbing panangga ng malakas na hangin, especially during typhoon. And of course, at the same time, it controls soil erosion. Napakalaking tulong ang naibibigay ng bamboo po sa ating environment. So in other words, it's an environmental friendly. And so, this is a challenge to all of us na kailangan magtanim po tayo ng kawayan. Okay, so yun lamang po at maraming salamat sa pakikinig.